Can we just acknowledge that Marvel Studios essentially had us playing the equivalent of musical chairs online for the past 6 hours?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey travelers, welcome back to Roberto's Room. This is hot off the press. Marvel Studios just released I don't think it's everybody, but a pretty good sized list of the cast for Avengers Doomsday, and announced that they are now fully in production, which has me all levels of excited. And I wanted to talk to you about these announcements because some of these are just off the wall, and it kind of seems to show us a glimpse into what the Russo brothers have in store for us. And honestly, if they can pull off a good story, I am here for it. I wanted to break down some of these announcements for you right here on this video. And I want to start with the obvious. I think they did a good job of starting off with, I think, the most obvious Avengers character that was going to be in these movies coming up, and that is Thor. Chris Hemsworth is back as Thor, which was an awesome thing to see. We all love him, and honestly, after Love and Thunder, he needs a little bit of a redemption, so good on y'all, Marvel. We need him to be redeemed. Give us that old Thor, the Norse god, Viking, warrior he needs to be. Next up, we have Vanessa Kirby. We actually see all 4 members of the Fantastic Four on this list, which again, we kind of knew that they were going to be in Doomsday, and I just love to see the official announcement. But we saw first Vanessa Kirby, then Ebon Moss-Backrack, Joseph Quinn, and lastly, kind of the penultimate announcement was Pedro Pascal. And again, I'm kind of lukewarm on the Fantastic Four right now. The first trailer was good, but I'm eager to see what they're going to do. The next one, I mean, okay, we knew he was going to be in the movie, and that is Anthony Mackie. He is playing, again, Captain Black Ant Falcon Man. I really hope they can redeem this character. I really think that if anybody can redeem these characters, it's the Russos with Marcus and McFeely. So come on, we need him to be redeemed and not just be, what the MCU has made him to be up to this point. Next up, we have Sebastian Stan, which we knew. Actually, I think most of the Thunderbolts are in this movie. I think all of the Thunderbolts are in this movie. And we start off with Sebastian Stan. Love some Bucky. We need Bucky. Honestly, he should have taken up the shield. But, okay, he's in the movie, and I love to see it. You love to see it. Then we have Letitia Wright, which this was one of the ones that caught me off guard, but I love that Shuri is back. I love this actress personally because she is a believer in Christ. So I really like that they brought her back, and I'm really excited to see her again because I think Wakanda Forever was completely underrated. And I think it's because, of course, Chadwick Boseman's passing really put a dark cloud over that movie, and they did a really good job with that movie, but I'm really excited to see where they take this character next. Next up, this was kind of a funny one because they kind of zoomed down and you had a small chair for Paul Rudd. Ant-Man is back. No word on Evangeline Lilly, though, as Wasp, but I'm glad to see him back. Of course, we need more Paul Rudd. He's just fun, and I really like him in these movies as Ant-Man, so let's do it. Next, of course, and I did mention the Thunderbolts are in this film. Wyatt Russell, aka US Agent, is in this movie. I like that he's in this movie. I like his character and kind of a dark version of Captain America, so again, I'm here for it. And I'm really excited to see Thunderbolts. I think, honestly, out of all of the movies coming out of the MCU, that is the one that has me the most excited. This was one, Tenoch Huerta, who y'all might know as Namor from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. He is in this movie, and I'm excited because Namor is he's not really a villain. He is more of an anti-hero, so to see him in this movie with the threat of doom on the horizon, I'm here for it. Y'all are doing it right, Marvel, so let's keep it coming. I'm really excited to see how he fits into the story, but no doubt he is going to be protecting Talokan from the impending Doomsday that is coming. Next, of course, we see Ebon Moss-Backrack, which again, I already mentioned. All of the Fantastic Four are in this movie, so excited again. Don't know how the movie's going to be, but I am excited to see it. It is one that I actually am excited to see, which let's just see how it goes. But really excited to see their character introductions, and hopefully it works because Marvel needs a hit desperately. Next up, which this was one, again, We haven't seen this character in forever, and I actually, out of all of the Phase 4 and Phase 5 films, his has been one of the best ones, and that is Shang-Chi. Simu Liu is back as Shang-Chi, and I love it, especially because I really liked his movie. I love the action, and I hope they can bring more of that visceral hand-to-hand combat. I actually would love to see his hand-to-hand combat against somebody like Bucky, who is also a very skilled martial artist as well. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with him and how he fits into the team. And, of course, we have Florence Pugh, who is coming back as Yelena Belova. There's nothing to say other than she is awesome. She's a fantastic actress, and she fits the role of Yelena really well. Again, she's going to be in Thunderbolts, which I am super excited about, as I mentioned before. So, bring it on. And here we go. Here is where we started to take a left turn with these cast announcements. And we have Kelsey Grammer, who's coming back as Beast, which if you saw the Marvels, and I don't blame you if you didn't, he showed up in the end credit scene of that movie, fully CGI, as Beast. He looked phenomenal, looked like he was ripped right out of the comic books, and I'm excited to see him again. I wonder what version of the character he's playing, but again, really interesting announcement, and it kind of is a window of what we're about to see with the casting announcements that I'm about to mention. Lewis Pullman, which will be introduced as Sentry, is also in this movie. Again, he's a brand new character. We don't know anything about him yet other than what we've seen in the trailers. However, super excited, and I'm excited to see what he brings to the role. He is a really good actor. I've seen him in a couple of things, so again, super excited to have him in this movie, especially because Sentry is such a powerful character, so really excited. Then we have Danny Ramirez. Okay, we knew he was going to be in this movie. He is the new Falcon, and okay, all right. I mean, okay. There's nothing more to say. I haven't seen Brave New World, so I really don't know, but he didn't really seem to be a fan favorite by any means. But again, the Russos could kind of flip the script on him and make him an interesting character. We've seen them do that before with other kind of side characters, so I'm excited, again, to see what they have in store for us for sure. Joseph Quinn, again, we mentioned all the Fantastic Four are here. That's another one that will be introduced in the Fantastic Four movie this year, so again, I like him as an actor. He's been in a couple things. Y'all might know him from Stranger Things, but once again, I'm excited to see what he brings to the table, especially as he rounds out the cast of Avengers Doomsday. And of course, we have Pedro Pascal, who is the leader of the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic, again, solid. I mean, okay, we haven't seen him yet. He seems like an okay pick for the choice, but I've always been partial to Ioan Gruffudd, so I don't know. We'll see. He has a lot to prove. We also have Winston Duke as M'Baku. I love M'Baku's character, and I'm really excited to see where they take his character in this. So we haven't seen him again since Wakanda Forever. So kind of interesting, and I'm here for it. We also have David Harbour coming back as Red Guardian, who has been so much fun since his introduction in Black Widow back at the start of Phase 4. So I'm really excited to see what he is going to bring to the table. He's always been a really fun character, and I'm really excited actually to see him in the Thunderbolts playing off against Bucky and the rest. Also, talking about the Thunderbolts, Hannah John Kamen, who has played Ghost since Ant-Man and the Wasp. So she's been in the MCU first as a villain and now in the Thunderbolts as well. I think all of the Thunderbolts are here in this movie, which again, I'm excited to see their movie, and I'm excited to see what they do with Hannah John Kamen in Avengers Doomsday. The big one that, for me at least, was just like, what, was when they announced Tom Hiddleston was going to be in this movie, especially because we know Chris Hemsworth is going to be in this movie. If you've kept up with Loki's show in season 2, how he ended up kind of holding together the multiverse, I know he's going to be probably very crucial to the plot, so I'm really excited to see him. And I mean, come on, Tom Hiddleston is just always a win. Also, and this is where things get wild, this was kind of interesting. We have Patrick Stewart. Professor X is here. And again, we haven't seen him since Multiverse of Madness in Earth 838. he was one of the Illuminati, so I don't know if it's that version of the character or maybe the Fox X-Men version. We don't know yet, but we do know that he is bringing some friends along the ride with him. And I think, honestly, he might be from the same universe as Beast from the Marvel's end credit scene, because we have also joining Ian McKellen. Now, this was one that caught me off guard. The next few are the ones that kind of caught me off guard. We have Ian McKellen as Magneto. What in the world? Like, we haven't seen him in forever. The man is old, but he's still got it, and I'm super excited to see what they're gonna do with him. I mean, it's Magneto. It's classic Magneto. So super excited to see him in this. That was definitely one out of left field that I was not expecting. Two other very interesting casting announcements. Three actually. We have James Marsden, Rebecca Romijn, and Alan Cumming, which, if you don't remember any of these names in the MCU, it's because they haven't been. They are X-Men characters. We have James Marsden, who played Cyclops, and he needs a redemption arc because we never got to see Cyclops really be Cyclops in these movies, so super excited to see him. And Rebecca Romijn is another one that we haven't seen in forever, since X3, so again, another great addition that was out of left field, as well as Alan Cumming, who we last saw as Nightcrawler in X3. Actually, I think it was X3. One of the announcements I'm most excited about has to be Channing Tatum coming back as Gambit. I mean, what more is there to say? I can't wait for him to, as he puts it, make a name for himself here, because he was awesome in Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm super excited to see these characters. Like, I think we're kind of seeing a glimpse of maybe Avengers versus X-Men, and I'm really excited for that. Rounding out the cast, of course, is Dr. Doom himself, RDJ. I know there's been a lot of back and forth about him. He is a fantastic actor, and honestly, if he can play it very differently from Tony Stark, I'm really excited to see what the Russos are going to do. But I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Please drop a comment down below, like this video, and if you have not subscribed, I would love to have you on board, so please subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in, travelers, and I hope that you go with grace.